Hey guys, it's Tony here. Bitcoin, it is in fact falling down in the short term. As you guys can see, just like I predicted, we did in fact get rejected off the huge $39,300 resistance, just like I said. We did in fact get rejected and we fell down to 36,200, $400 below our previous higher low on the short term of 36,600, and made a lower low, which is very bad. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about today is four things. Number one, we have a huge fractal, meaning that we could be repeating the same exact thing right now, and I want to tell you guys what that fractal is because it's very, very important. Number two, I want to talk to you guys about where do I think the market will go? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? What are the chances of us actually breaking above and falling down? I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the market and is it mature enough to break above these huge resistance level? And lastly, if we fall or break up, where are we gonna go? That's what I want to talk about today, and let's get straight into the chart and talk about those things. So this is crypto for you. Leave a like down below. So look at this. As you guys can see, we have already fallen down from 39,300 to 36,300, a $3,000 dump. It's a pretty small dump, but it's enough to make people scared again. The crypto fear and greed index is down at 20. Yesterday, as you guys remember my previous video, I talked about how the fear and greed index was rising because it was at 28, but this dump would probably shake a lot of people out, and that's exactly what it did. The fear and greed is about at 20. People are scared again, and the bulls are starting to sell off. This is exactly what I talked about in my previous video. I talked about the huge resistance that there was, because this was a huge resistance like I talked about. It was the horizontal resistance of $40,000, huge psychological, huge support level. It's the trend line level that we got rejected off for 4 times, 5 times even, ever since we started dumping. And it's of course, lastly but not leastly, the daily EMA ribbon, a huge indicator that we kept acting as resistance. We kept using it as resistance, which caused us to fall down more. And what I said today was that nothing changed. The market is not ready for it to pump up. And that is what's important. Right now we started to dump, and we could honestly dump down more. Why do I think so? Well, look at this huge level. We started falling down already. People have started to become scared again, and there's a fractal. I want to talk about this fractal right now. Look at this. The previous time we tried to break above this level, we repeated, and we're doing the same exact thing we're doing that we did over there. Look at this. We got our pump area right over here. We were pumping, and that is exactly what we did most of the time right over here. Of course, it was longer, but this is a fractal. They don't repeat, but they do rhyme. After that, we had a correction down, and that is exactly what we did right now. We had a correction down, but we did not immediately actually start having this huge flash crash falling down. We had our last attempt to break above a huge resistance level, which caused us to stop the first time, but we were unsuccessful, and so we dumped down. We could technically be doing the same exact thing right now. What Bitcoin was trying to break above the previous time was its previous higher high, because that previous higher high was a huge resistance area. The $44,500 level was a huge resistance area. It was also the trend line area, and once again the daily EMA resistance area. The same exact thing like we were doing right now. So it's not a surprise that we right now got rejected. We're doing a fractal. We got rejected off of huge resistance area, and right now if we start pumping, what we will have to do is do what we did not do the previous time. Let me explain. The previous time we tried to break above our previous high but failed because we got rejected off the level. What we have to do right now, because we are starting to look like we're about to pump up, we have to break above this huge resistance area and break above our previous higher high. The short-term higher high though is at a huge resistance area. It is at 39,300. That is why I've been saying that we are not ready yet. We have the market, which are just some short-term bulls thinking that the market is already done dumping and they buy in. As soon as they saw that this dump will happen, they will not have enough courage to break above this huge resistance area that it has to break. The market is not ready. We also have the huge weekly. If I turn on the weekly time frame, the RSI and stochastic RSI, which even though they are low, signaling that the market is oversold, meaning that we should buy in because it's bullish. The RSI and stochastic RSI only are bullish, like I showed you in the previous video. They are only bullish when we break back above the huge 45-point level. And that's exactly what we did last time we dumped. We kept falling down until RSI broke above 45, and the stochastic RSI followed it, breaking above 20. So that's technically what could happen right now. If the RSI breaks above 45, we could be seeing that huge pump. Stochastic RSI pump follows, that's another confirmation. Right now, the RSI, even though it's very low, it's not ready there. It's not there yet. So, right now, the market, it's just on short-term bulls wanting to pump up, wanting to make some money, and this dump right over here could shake a lot of them out, which is why this crypto fear and greed index fell. Then we have to right now pump up like we're doing in the fractal, or just continue to fall down. And the best thing for us to do is right now to pump up and see, is the market actually mature, even though I'm saying it's not? If the market is mature enough to break above this huge resistance level, yes, that's amazing, because we're going to have a bull market again. But what's most likely going to happen is that we're going to get rejected off this huge resistance level because the market is not in fact ready. It is not ready for the huge resistance it's going to have to test. So once again, I was right. We did in fact have the short-term dump. We could be seeing a dump down. But where could we be seeing a dump down to? Because right now, where we stopped dumping at, $33,000 is not a good level to stop at, which is also another reason why we stopped dumping. It is not the place to stop for good ground. There is a level though, which is very reasonable for us to fall down to, which is the biggest support level I could think of right over here. It is a huge psychological level. It is a huge support level. And lastly, it's a huge Fibonacci level. This is the $30,000 level. It's a huge psychological because it's 30000. It's a huge support level because we tapped it 2 times, and after that we actually pumped all the way up to those $39,000 and $35,000 levels. If I zoom out to the daily time frame and I show you guys this huge $30,000 level right over here, after we tapped this $30,000 level, guess what we did? We pumped up. The first time when we pumped up, we tapped it and pumped all the way to 35. The second time after we fell down, we tapped it, we pumped all the way to 69. If we tap it right now, could we be pumping up? Yes. That's why I believe we should be coming down and tapping $30,000. If we come down and tap $30,000, amazing ground, we will in fact tap this ground and we will in fact pump up. So we have the short-term dump. The market is not ready for what's about to come. We have to break above this huge level of resistance with the daily EMA ribbon and the resistance line everywhere right now in 5 days or 4 days, or we will dump down. But the market is under mature, meaning that it does not have enough strength. It's just some short-term bulls that are not probably loyal. And right now we are following a fractal that actually has to make Bitcoin pump up. And in the short-term pump, we'll decide if Bitcoin right now will break above. If Bitcoin breaks above its previous high in the short term, 39,500, we will be bullish. If it breaks below or gets rejected somewhere along that path, we will fall down to $30,000. If we break above $40,000, we are in a bull market. If we get rejected, we will continue in our bear market and fall down to $30,000. So guys, wait for what we will be doing right now. Will we get rejected because of this unmature market? Will we be able to pump through, prove the RSI stochastic RSI wrong, and make ourselves back inside a bull market? That is what I cannot tell you. That is what the market has to say for itself, and that is what we should be waiting for. So guys, watch that. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that post notification bell. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!